Welcome everybody back to our stream. Today's topic is good, bad, and the truth. If you look at our everyday lives, we come across multiple situations where people who often seem to be doing a lot of harm to others feel that they are somehow a victim in the situation and expect them to be treated as such while continue to while they continue to harm others. So let us explore this aspect today, um, because it is important for us to understand the difference between morality and consciousness. Um, the problem with morality is it is a hard written set of rules that are meant to be applicable at all times under all conditions, whereas consciousness is, in fact, an intelligence that is more spontaneous um and more real time and works in a moment. For example, you're driving on a road and you are, are now bound by this rule that you cannot switch lanes, okay, and you're driving along a straight road. Now, let's say a boulder suddenly drops out of the sky or rolls down the road from a nearby landslide. And here, if you're bound by morality and you continue to drive obeying the rules, you will end up killing yourself over a rule. Whereas if you use your own intelligence, you might simply steer left or right. And yes, you would be breaking a rule, but you would be then doing a greater good wherein you are saving yourself and probably others who are around you. So you see what I mean when I say that uh, consciousness is absolute and morality is relative, um, and that we should operate by consciousness and not by morality, because good and bad often changes uh, and is not very it's not dependent on the particular situation fulfilling the conditions. And this is also where law and justice also come into play. And we need to understand that uh, what might look cruel for a lion is not necessarily the same uh, from the perspective of the prey, like a deer that is being eaten by the lion. So we may say that the lion is being cruel by killing the deer, but the lion is also then going to die if it doesn't hunt its food, and the population of deer keeps growing. So we often come across this dilemma in people as well, where people often think they are doing something right simply because they have heard or read somewhere that this is the right thing to do, or very often they're clouded by their own tunnel vision of their misery or sorrow, and choose to believe that the way they are acting out from it is often justified, even if it means harming others. But as human beings who are conscious, we need to come to terms with what we call as the truth. And very often, when you're arguing with people or simply debating with people who have a different ideology or perception from you, uh, oftentimes they are more concerned about them being seen as wrong rather than finding out what the truth is. And truth is absolute and works for everybody under all times, under all circumstances. Whereas morality only works under certain circumstances and certain conditions. And when those conditions fail, morality often does more harm than uh, being wrong, simply. So one needs to keep in mind about this when they are treading the spiritual path and imbibe consciousness over morality, uh, because that way your intelligence truly functions uh, spontaneously, and you're not being controlled by a set of rules. Uh, this is the only way to move forward by knowing what works and what doesn't work in reality, rather than simply believing a certain set of ideas and trying to feel that they are the only sort of truth, irrespective of what the consequence of following the set of rules are. This is simply a blind belief, and this is the path of somebody who has been blinded or deluded by their own set of beliefs. So, consciousness is the way to the future, and morality doesn't take you very far. I'm so sure. So,